Hi, I'm MrTalljoker, and this is going to be my review of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Very nice looking cover, in my opinion. Has a very nice catching your eye. There's the Ezio Auditore di Fonse, and then behind him are all the just some of the characters you can play in the multiplayer. Found a very nice um, picture. I like the cover. So we got a little bit of a review here. So let's start this review off with gameplay. I mean graphics. Okay, now the graphics in this game are, as always, from Ubisoft, stunning. Everything is beautiful, well put, very well in detail, and everything. Just that it's so much detail is put into this world. Um, the character models are the only thing I would need to nitpick because the character models are starting to look a little bit outdated. They're nothing that would make it's not anything too distracting. They're still pretty good for now, but they're just something that they would probably need to look into later on. Okay, yeah, so graphics great. Map. Now the map of this game is, well, it's the biggest map Ubisoft has ever done. And now, when I first heard that Ubisoft, this was going to be their biggest map they've ever done, I was getting a little bit worried because, well, you see, whenever someone tells me that a game is going to be the biggest game map they've ever done, I get nervous because I'm going to be afraid because with this much world to explore, I'm thinking that the graphics are going to be half-assed and just say, well, we have the biggest map. Well, yeah, but the map looks awful, the actual looking of it. But this one, actually, I was completely blown away. They put a ton of detail in this game, even though it's a very big map. Now, yeah, so map is, in my opinion, there's a lot of stuff to do, like destroy Leonardo's war machines, which are pretty awesome, like a tank, and there was like there was like a machine gun, and it was just some really cool stuff to do. So yeah, in my opinion, I like the map, and so let's move on to gameplay. Okay, now gameplay is pretty much the same from Assassin's Creed 2, but with a few, three noticeable changes in the game. First thing of the changes was, what was it? It was combat. Combat, in my opinion, from the last game, other two games, was boring. Like, like a sword play. I just thought it was boring because the only thing I did was it was so dragged on. That's what I'm looking for. The words I'm looking for. It was like, it's like only thing you do is like hold block down, and then you just wait until until like your enemy starts attacking you, and then you counter it, and then you stab them, and then it just keeps on. You wait and wait, so it takes like 10 minutes just to complete a battle. And this one, they've changed it into more of a you strike first, strike fast, and strike quick. Strike first, strike fast. You know, it's like you just in combat you feel like a complete badass, like an assassin badass, because it's like you can stun a guard and then like blow his head in with the hidden pistol. There's just a lot of stuff that you can do with the combos. Second thing, the most noticeable is brotherhood, like the brotherhood that you make. It's a brotherhood of assassins, and they're at your beck and call to do whatever you want. Like, you can just like lock on to a enemy, press left trigger, L2 for PS3, and then then Ezio just does this, and then assassins come from like out of nowhere and kill the targets that you've marked. and it's really like a cool experience that where you have 7 guards running after you, about to trying to kill you, and you're outmatched, and just to call like 6 other assassins to come and help you fight. Um, so I thought that was pretty cool. Uh, okay, third and final, most noticeable thing changed really was multiplayer. Now, multiplayer is a very cool. The one of I'm really obsessed with is wanted mode. Now, wanted mode is where you're trying to find and kill someone, while at the same time, some one or more people are hunting you down. Um, and it's just like, it's really like a cat and mouse, and I always liked it. It was really fun. But the one thing I do have to notice at this point is that really right now it might change over time. The multiplayer, how much people are playing, is not very high. But that might be just now. It might change over time. I don't really know. So at this point of time, there's not many people on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's multiplayer. So yeah, it might change over time though, so I don't know. But yeah, so finally we move on to story. Now story in this game, it starts off very slow, but once it gets to the middle part, it is awesome. You have a wonderful antagonist. I really did like it. It was his name's Caesar. I can't remember his full name. That's what it just. But he's a very excellent antagonist in my opinion. I really did like him, and I can't remember who his voice actor was, but I remember that he was a very big name. So yeah, he was great. If you hear the voice, you probably remember who it is. But just can't remember his name right now. But yeah, and also the 3 other people who were outside of the Animus. Remember those 3 people from Assassin's Creed 2? They actually get a lot more character development than besides like one sentence. Like the British guy's the a-hole. You got the nerd, and then Lucy, I think her name is. I can't remember. Sorry if I had the wrong name, but she had some character development in Assassin's Creed 2 and 1, but now she's given a little bit more of an image. So yeah, I really did like the character development outside of the Animus. And now, here's the bad thing. The ending. Now the ending, now I'm not saying like that it was like so great I didn't want to see it end. No, it was because the ending was horrible. It's like they ran out of ideas. It was like, well, we gotta do something, so let's do this. And I know Assassin's Creed is well known for its really confusing endings. I mean, anyone who's played till the end of Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 knows that the ending is kind of weird. But this one takes the cake, because it isn't confusing, it doesn't leave you, it's confusing. And I'm going to make another video containing spoilers, it's me just pretty much ranting about the ending. Probably I might make a video of that, because I don't want to give any spoilers in this video. So just be warned, the ending just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, the verdict for this game is a 8 out of 10. Now, the horror, there's like, this game is great, but it has a couple of problems. The one is the god-awful ending. And second is that it really seems like it's way too much of Assassin's Creed 2, just with just with a few add-ons. And that's not really a bad thing. I know that, Fallout New Vegas was pretty much the same from Fallout 3, but it still, in my opinion, was a better, superior game. But this game, I do notice that it's pretty much the same, but it still succeeds. It's just that, I give it a few points because I was suspecting pretty much a whole new experience. And still the problems from Assassin's Creed 2 still show a little bit. But overall, I like this game. And if you were a fan of Assassin's Creed 2, go get this game. But if you weren't, I would say probably rent it at least and see if you think these changes were enough. But most likely you're not going to like this game if you didn't like Assassin's Creed 2. So this is MrTalljoker signing off.